Well, first of all, you have to make kind of the assumption that a contemporary artist wants to have a name and wants to get known. And let's face it, one way of getting known is to be unique in form, but another way to get known is to be unique in expression. And by unique in expression, sometimes this means being outlandish, very, very critical, something that will stir up difficulties for the audience and things like that. And so the more radical subject matters, the Ku Klux Klan, in the case of Serrano, putting the crucifix into a bottle of urine, things like that, get you noticed, basically. And so from my experience, most of the art where artists employ religious imagery is somewhat either critical of religion, or it stands simply as a reference to a body of people that believe in that religion, or that religion is part of their heritage, or their culture, or something like that. And since you're in the Latino class, I would argue that the most significant thing in Latino, I can't say general Latino, but in at least Mexican and Mexican-American Catholicism is Our Lady of Guadalupe. And yet, Our Lady of Guadalupe, among many of the contemporary artists, is used as, not as a religious symbol, or is used as a symbol to actually criticize some aspect of Catholicism, or some aspect of that person's experience with Catholicism. And to a person that was, shall we say, conservatively very devout to Our Lady of Guadalupe, much of that work would be actually blasphemous and very unappealing and insulting. And maybe that is why actually that symbol is used, because it is so much part of the culture, that is, one, it's going to get noticed, and two, it brings up issues that the artists want to be brought up. But the consequences, of course, are people are going to be mad, and some people are going to be very, 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 very mad.
I mean, here this is an interesting controversy, which I don't know, you may or may not have run up against. Is an artist named Alma Lopez. Have you read? You know that one? Yeah. I mean, and one of the things that I loved about that controversy, what sort of illuminated. So here she is. She's done the Virgin of Guadalupe as this kind of, very vibrant young woman in a flower bikini, and there's the little putti below has bare breasts, and it was really, in a way, for her, a kind of way of sort of claiming this image of the Virgin of Guadalupe. Went up in this Santa Fe Folk Art Museum, and a controversy broke out. And one of the leaders of that controversy was the bishop, I think the Catholic bishop, and he said she's defiling our, the symbol, Our Lady, the Virgin Mary. She's defiling our symbol. And she sort of countered. He was Irish. She was Mexican. I mean, the Virgin of Guadalupe is an image which has become a symbol of, kind of, Mexican politics, Mexican liberation. I mean, it's on lowriders, it's on T-shirts. I mean, is that defiling? It is in certain ways it is owned by this other group and has almost been secularized to talk about, kind of these issues of Chicano identity. So, who's offended? He's offended, but it's not his image. It's their image. So I really think this whole question of offense has to do with, in a way, kind of establishing your, membership in a certain group. And so, it has this other kind of weird kind of social aspect to it.